Hello everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Waiting by WOODZ. This is WOODZ's latest comeback. I am late to it, but I actually was not aware that it was released up until recently when people have been requesting it. A lot of people have been requesting it. WOODZ makes fantastic music. His team produces some, I don't know if they use the same video team all the time, but his team at least always makes sure that he delivers fantastic music video quality. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has for us today. Now, before we get into today's video, if you guys like our channel, if you'd like to support us, consider visiting our Patreon. We actually did a listening parties to WOODZ's Equal album ages ago. You can check that out on our Patreon. But also, we recently did a listening party for his WOODZ album, which is we did it last month. So if you guys want to check that out, that's on our Patreon. Listening parties are Patreon exclusives just because it is against copyright to post them on YouTube. So if you guys want to support the channel, you can get bonus content by visiting our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. You can always just hit the like button down below. Be sure to subscribe to be notified when we upload new videos. And yeah, we appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Let's get into the video. This is Waiting by WOODZ, and this is your Form of Therapy.
I'm still just waiting. 너는 뒤는 못 보는 듯해. 잠긴 맘이 내 눈엔 보이네. Baby, who makes you waiting? I'm gonna drown when you wake up. 다른 연락을
Ooh, that's a good beat. Ooh. It's like a gun. Wow, the visuals in this red room. Wow. This man can do so much with just a singular guitar. He actually makes it sound really interesting. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Wow, how did they... What? Is that cement? Ooh, that shot of his eye. Wow. Whoa, what the... Wow, jeez. His voice is fantastic. God, I love when singers like really stretch out a note and just hold it. I really want to hear like a live version too. I feel like it's gonna sound even better. What? What the? Okay. Video took a much more sinister turn at the end. Very strange. But Uh, coming off of that very sudden dark ending, what a fantastic song, what a fantastic music video. The lyrics are a little bit vague. I think WOODZ likes to write his lyrics a little bit vague. When I was doing the Whips listening party, that's something I noticed as well. It's like some stuff feels definitely like it is personal to him, but like some of the lyrics are also written in a way that like it's almost like, yeah, there's a commonness to it. Like maybe like it's a sad song, maybe it's a happy song or whatever. But it's written in such a vague way that everyone can sort of relate to it. You know, parts of this and inspired by the music video, it feels like someone who, I don't know, he speaks of, you know, waiting for this woman and, you know, her making him the villain or like her not looking back. I'm very confused, honestly, by the song and the lyrics. And honestly, the video is somehow even more confusing. But the sounds, the aesthetic of the song is absolutely beautiful. I have like a minor kind of annoyance with some pop music, which is the utilization of the acoustic guitar. I don't remember at what point it was, but there was a turning point in pop music where like everyone started doing the same thing with the acoustic guitar in pop music, and it just sounded so boring. And now I'm a little like, I always kind of cringe or I'm a little adverse to hearing that sound, but he makes it so interesting. The different patterns that he actually comes up with, especially during that second verse, was dope. But even like the song itself, if you listen to when the chorus kicks in, just that strumming is so powerful. It's so nice. I also love that the percussion is largely all clapping, snapping kind of elements. Hold on. Yeah, it's a lot of clapping, you know. WOODZ, a lot of his music feels like he is in some kind of a spaghetti western, and I totally dig that. Now, speaking of the music video, relatively, they keep it simple with very few setups, but simplicity does not mean that it's bad or that it's cheap. No. They pull off a lot of interesting feats here that I think are extremely well done. First of all, I think one thing they do really well is that the music video looks gorgeous, even though most of this music video is shot in low light and in darkness. You know, I'm looking at the ISO noise, and it's pretty minimal. And honestly, that's really hard to pull off. Even to see like the quality of the blacks all holding together. Even a lot of high-end cameras, even like when it's not lit well enough, the color, the bitrate, like it starts breaking apart. The image starts breaking apart, but it looks fantastic. I mean, it's really well shot and really well lit. I really liked that pretty much most of the lighting in this music video was all of this cyan color, and then occasionally they brought in this dope blood red. They had this red room, which was super dope, but then they also had this outdoor area right, if I can nail it, right here, which we'll get back to that. Now, in terms of the story, as I said, I'm confused. First of all, I wasn't sure where this was going, and then I saw this, and I'm a little confused as to, is he someone who, he and a woman broke up, and he's kind of still obsessed with her, so, like, he's holding on to all, like, whatever belongings was left behind, he's still holding on to it, or is he a stalker of some kind? And he speaks of waiting, but what is he waiting on? And he talks about the girl making him crazy. And, you know, there's this photo right here where you don't see the girl's face. And then there's also a shot in the red room as well. Oh, I almost nailed it. I almost had it. I'm like half a second off. I'm so close. Hold on. Yeah, right there. And then there's this shot of a woman, but it's from the back. It's like almost like he's trying to remember her, but he can't. But he also can't seem to let go. In the lyrics, he also speaks of a toxic love as well. Perhaps it's just a relationship he can't get over. And throughout the music video, they purposely do not ever show her face or anything. And then in just like this final scene right here, it's not right here. they finally show her face. And then even that shot right there of his eyes, it almost feels, yeah, kind of like you're watching a horror movie too. So I thought that was really cool. The filmmaking, as simple and dark as it is, like, I think is totally well done. I like that they basically made all of like the dark lighting, it's all like color graded to be cyan. I really like that. Now, this initially, I thought it was like the airport hangar setup as usual, because I thought this was cement, and I thought this was just imperfections in the cement that I was seeing. But then once we see the later scenes over here, I realized, oh shit, this is outside, and this is also like in that desert area that a lot of K-pop groups shoot in. I think a lot of K-pop groups shoot here. I'm sure all of you would recognize this set, but to give you a specific example, I think like, honestly, I can't give you a specific example. I think maybe WOODZ End of Spring shot in this location, but it's a very common go-to location. But what's difficult about this and what's unique about this setup is, one, it's at night. A lot of people go to this location because, I mean, one, it's outside, so I'm sure the cost is low. And it's honestly like it, because of like the infinite background, the lack of interruptions of like any different stuff in the background, and the wide expanse of sky, they utilize that and they shoot it very cheaply. You know, it's usually a budgetary reason. Here, it's a simple setup, but this, to have shot this, and it looks like most of it is practical. I don't know if they probably enhanced it a little bit in editing, but I don't think it's CG in any way like the black infinite sky. I think that's just truly the darkness. To get this shot, especially this wide shot, that means the light is like at least like 50 feet above him. Honestly, like it's really high, which means they probably had to have a crane set up, and then even just to get a light with that big of a coverage, that specific of a coverage, that bright from that high to actually light him, it's a very extensive setup. It's a very expensive setup. And honestly, I can't believe they pulled it off. That's super dope. But what fascinates me even more is these outdoor scenes right here. This is crazy. I don't know how they shot this. I would, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I would love to see like a behind the scenes, like right here. I would love to see a behind the scenes of how they shot this, because this is also, there's a lot of wide shots right here. Like, look at this. There's a lot of wide shots. And they also covered this area just straight up red. Honestly, it's probably the same overhead light they were using before. But then I think I saw in a different shot, maybe not here. It's a different shot of, oh, right here. He's also being lit right here. So that means they have another light somewhere hitting him. And then they have the practical in the background. By the way, thank you so much for them doing this. This is like a critique I had in Secret Number's recent Fire Saturday video. They have a backlight, and see how he's wearing black, and this is a background, but it doesn't look like he's disappearing into the darkness. It's because they have the backlight that separates him from the background, which is incredibly hard to do because he's wearing black on black at nighttime. You know, that's such a specific, important thing, and that's the backlight right there that they're using to light him. Yeah, see how he's completely separated? It's so well shot. And even whatever light is hitting him on this side is so controlled. If you notice, it's only white like right here, and then the rest is red. So it's also a very, very controlled light, which is insane. So WOODZ is Waiting, I think, is fantastic. I think the song, it's kind of a dark song. It's the lyrics are also very dark, not like super dark, but it is, describing a relationship, like a very tumultuous relationship. And it seems like he was either a stalker or an ex. Like, I mean, why does he have a bunch of her things in plastic bags? Like, he's either a stalker, a murderous stalker, because at the end, I believe he goes out of the room to kill her, I assume. So he's either a murderous stalker or He's, you know, just someone who cannot get over a relationship, and he's just waiting and waiting for her to come back, and then maybe loses his mind. I don't know what the story is. If anybody can track it, let me know. But still, fantastic. I think WOODZ always makes very meaningful music videos. Always a fantastic display of filmmaking too. I don't know if that's intentional, but I really do think that WOODZ would not be at the level of popularity he is as a solo artist if he did not have the video team that can help him fully realize his ideas. Like, the idea for this music video is very small. This music video, compared to his even his bump video, even his first solo music video, those were a little bit more extravagant. When you are making a music video that is more dark, it's a little bit more intimate, there's not as many set changes. When it's all like indoors, especially if you're shooting in like just an apartment, to make that seem interesting, to make that appealing to many people, that's very difficult. And to realize that, to execute that, you need a really good team by your side. And so I really think WOODZ, whatever video teams he works with, I think they do such a fantastic job. But that's Waiting by WOODZ. I think it's an incredible, incredible release from WOODZ once again. I personally really like his dark stuff, especially like his Equal album was my favorite, although I loved the Whoop stuff too. So Waiting is right up there. He's like the only guy that makes me defy my expectations on what I like about certain songs, whether it's R&B or like the use of the guitar and all of that. But let me know what you guys thought about Waiting in the comments down below. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please give us a nice little like down below. If you would like to support the channel, please consider visiting our Patreon for bonus content like listening parties, variety reactions, survival show reality reactions, a lot of bonus content on there. You don't have to support us monetarily though. If you want to just help us out for free, you could always subscribe. Oh, that's the wrong button. You could either just subscribe or you can just hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload a new video, and check out our other videos over here. And of course, we will always see you in the next video. Bye.